And Governor Kristi Noem takes another crack at passing riot-boosting laws that would affect future protests on pipelines.
Finally, Somerset is under a bit of shadow after the subdivision is hit by burglars overnight while police caught the suspects. Do the residents feel safe? We went door to door to ask their opinion. The details are first on Fox Tonight. A historic night in America. President Donald Trump is now the third president in U.S. history to be impeached, but that does not mean he will be leaving office. It is the first step in a battle drawn firmly along party lines. Good evening. I'm Steve Long.
And I'm Joey Lynn. The House representatives cast their votes tonight in favor of impeachment in a landmark moment in the U.S. politics. Democrats control the House, and the voting was almost entirely along party lines. The articles of impeachment accuse him of abusing the power of the presidency to investigate a political rival ahead of the 2020 election, and then obstructing Congress' investigation. A defiant President Donald Trump is labeling his impeachment by the House of Representatives a suicide march for the Democratic Party. A step was made today to help bridge the gap between native and non-native relationship when it comes to the judicial system. More than a dozen community members and judicial system workers, including State Attorney Mark Vargo, sat down for a training about how to help Native Americans without criminalizing them. I Am Legacy Center hosted this 3-day training and brought in 2 trainers from California. One of the speakers, Ozzie Cruz, says, with caseloads piling up on desks for judicial employees to work on, it can be a burden. However, he wants to remind these employees to not let the heavy load prevent them from creating welcoming spaces and establishing a relationship with the community. Cruz says trust needs to be built between natives and non-natives, but first,
acknowledge that there has been historical trauma, oppression, and that it's still a reality today for many people. But I believe that by offering training such as this to bring in those folks that are working with systems and are working with communities to be able to offer these teachings as a way to bridge that gap.
More needs to be done to help eliminate the disparities among races and ethnicities, especially when it comes to those who are incarcerated. A program is sweeping through the LNI, clearing people's names one at a time. After some success last year, the one-stop shop is resolving active warrants to help prevent Native Americans from sitting behind bars. Our Alexis Davila finds out how many people they have aided so far. A man who pleaded guilty to forging and passing hundreds of thousands of dollars in counterfeit bills will now face more than 3 years behind bars. Today, Michael Ogden was sentenced to 40 months in federal prison with another 3 years of supervised release. He will also have to pay restitution once the court has determined the full amount of fake money he and 2 others spent. At last count, that could be more than $120,000. Judge Jeffrey Viken said the forgery was some of the most real-looking ones that he has ever seen. Ogden used bleached $10 bills and his background as a graphic designer to reprint them and transform them in $100 bills.
Well, today was warm enough. I didn't even need my winter coat. I could get used to that.
Will we need the winter coat again anytime soon? For that answer, let's ask meteorologist David Stradling. And it might even go a long way to help those in need. How you can benefit students in your area when we come back. Yesterday, we told you about the School of Mines getting their largest endowment donation ever. Today, it's Black Hills State celebrating its biggest fundraising campaign in the school's history. BHSU set its goal for the 5-year Because of You, Anything is Possible capital campaign at $23 million back in 2014. The school ended up shattering that goal, ending up with $45 million, nearly doubling the original target. $32 million of that money is set for student scholarships. Another $13 million is marked for the annual fund, which also includes scholarships. The school says the campaign included more than 23,000 gifts, including almost 4,700 new donors and 62 new endowments.
Well, David, that sounds pretty good, especially for the weekend. I'm really looking forward to that. 62
I know.
in December. Oh, my.
Crazy.
All right. Thank you, David. Coming up on Black Hills Fox News at 9, whether you're a dog person or a cat person, it's hard to deny how much help a service dog can provide.
Especially for firefighters in the field, how they can be helped by man's best friend when we come back.
Live, you're watching Black Hills Fox News at 9.
In tonight's Your Health, a Florida fire department is looking to help their members shake the stigma attached to post-traumatic stress disorder and depression. And they've got some furry friends to help out. Fox's Jeff Lennox has the story. Coming up after the break, there's a new day of the week dedicated to shopping. And it's not Black Friday. We'll find out later in the hour. Wow, a lot of green airplanes there. That means very good travel weather tomorrow. Thank you, David. Big sales and big revenues are on the way with the incoming holiday shopping season. Connell McShane has a look at the projected numbers in tonight's Fox Means Business. Coming up after the break, our athlete of the week is looking to build on a strong performance at last weekend's Rapid City Invite. And the 43rd annual Lakota Nation Invitational tipped off today. We'll bring you scores and highlights when we come back with Black Hills Fox Sports.
Now, you growing up here, Patrick, have been probably watching the LNI for years.
Yeah, decades.
Decades, literally. It's always a big deal. The competition is...
It's as cool a tournament as there is anywhere in the country. I mean, the pageantry, the competition, it's a big tournament. You get 16 teams. You don't always see that. Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of fun. So if you've never seen it, get down to the Civic Center and check it out. If you have, obviously, you already know what it's all about, and you'll be down there anyway.
All right, Patrick, thank you. And a final look at weather, plus your entertainment news after the break.
Rick Damangela takes us to this Jellicle party with this preview.
And Choi, I understand you have actually seen the musical, which is more than the three of us guys can say.
Yeah, so I've seen this since high school. I know a lot of the songs, you know, like The Memory, that one was the famous one. Another one is that the news here didn't say is that Taylor Swift is in this. And she said she had to take a cat class to learn how to do cat. So I guess that's that,
Yeah, well, most of us, I guess, don't act like cats naturally, but yeah, I mean, so that makes sense.
I guess it's more than just walking around and meowing, so.
Right.
Good point, David. Have a good night. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.